Hi, I'm Pam Fox. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I hope you're all having an awesome day or morning or whatever time it is, wherever you're at. So today's video is going to be about visualizations, which is the V in Savers for the Miracle Morning. And here on the Up Your Game Facebook page, we're doing 30-day Miracle Morning Challenge as part of our 12 months of 30-day challenges, which is part of Institute of Integrative Nutrition's Circle of Life, 12 different categories of wellness. This month's category is career, and so we're using this month to challenge ourselves using the Miracle Morning to take a look at our career, to take a look at our life's work and see if it's something that thrills us, something that we're passionate about, something that drives us, something we feel that we are, it's a life's purpose that that we're contributing to, that's something we're contributing to in this world. And so the Miracle Morning is great for that because you take time each day, you sit down, you spend time with yourself, you spend time on yourself, asking important questions and practicing different areas of self-development so that you're adding more value to your life, so that you are becoming a more disciplined person, so that you are becoming a more aware person, a more aware as to what it is you want to do with this wonderful, miraculous life of yours. You become a more inspired person because you're spending time each day, maybe in the Word of God or reading self-help books. You're becoming a more fit person because you're spending a little bit of time each day exercising. And if you want to do anything important in this world, you've got to take care of yourself first, right? How are you going to give to others if you can't take care of yourself first? So the Miracle Morning is about taking that time early in the morning to spend on you, to spend with you and on you. So this morning I've got, got the green beverage. This is, some days I experiment and some days I just do what I know and love. And this morning I was just kind of tossing things in the blender. It didn't turn out too hot, but I'll drink it anyway because it's good for me. One of my go-to breakfasts is I fill the blender with greens if I've got a lot of greens on hand. So this is something I drink a lot in the summer when we've got homegrown greens, especially. I grow greens, my mom grows greens, and my mother-in-law, the next town over, grows enough greens to feed the whole county. So in the summer I eat a lot of greens. And what I'll do is I'll fill my Vitamix almost to the top, kind of push it down with greens, and then fill it with water almost to the top, like maybe 3/4 of the way. And then I'll put 2 or 3 bananas in there, a handful of frozen berries, whatever I've got in the freezer, a little palmful of flaxseed, ground flaxseed, flax meal. And that's it. And it's really good. Maybe a little bit of lemon. I really enjoy that breakfast. But this morning I added a handful of cilantro stems. And I love cilantro, and I love putting cilantro in my juices. This is a juice / smoothie. It's a juicy. There's a couple of dates in there too. That's what I'm chewing on. 4 dates, because the bananas weren't that sweet. Even though they were ripe, they weren't that sweet. Anyway, the cilantro kind of ruined it, but I'll still drink it. It's still good. It's just not as good it's better without it. Anyway. The point is, I didn't blend up those dates very well. The point is, when it comes to, eating healthy, you will discover certain recipes and meals that will be your go-to. They'll be kind of in your repertoire of, favorites, your go-to meals that you eat. Those are what you mostly eat. And there will be days when you experiment. Some days it will be tolerable and you'll just, suck it down, eat it anyway, even though it's not that good. And then there will be days where it will be barely edible, maybe not even edible. I've thrown food away before. expensive food that took a lot of time and effort to make, but I just couldn't eat it, especially when I first became vegan, because you really do go through a transition. Your palate goes through a transition, and some foods just taste so bland without all that, fat and oil and sugar and salt and whatever. So, okay, so I just got off track. I like to talk about my food, but just a really quick side note, don't give up. If you try a recipe and it just sucks, maybe you're doing a 30-day vegan challenge and you're just hating the food, don't give up because you're hating the food. Challenge yourself. Ask yourself, what kind of cook am I? If I just give up, if I can't make tasty food, what kind of a cook am I? I'm talking to those of you out there who think you're good cooks. If you think you're a really good cook, but if you eliminate meat, dairy, and eggs, then the food's not so good, are you really that good of a cook? Just asking. Okay, so back to the savers. So last week we talked about A is for affirmations, and the affirmations and the savers, or the affirmations and the visualizations, kind of go hand in hand. They're not the same thing. They're kind of the same thing. So with the affirmations that we talked about last week, we're taking time to change our mind, to change our attitude, to look at things with a positive twist. So instead of saying, something negative like, oh, I always say the wrong thing and get myself in trouble. Do you ever say the wrong thing, get yourself in trouble, and wish you just would have kept your mouth shut? So instead of saying something like, oh, I always say the wrong thing and get myself in trouble, you change that to something more positive. For me, because I've gotten myself in trouble by saying the wrong thing and wishing I would have kept my mouth shut. I say something, I replace that negative thought with, I am quick to listen, I am slow to speak, and I am slow to anger. That's actually another Bible verse, but that's one of my affirmations. I am quick to listen, I am slow to speak, and I am slow to anger. Just think of how many people that could help from getting themselves in trouble by saying the wrong thing. I am slow to speak, I am quick to listen. So those affirmations are spending time each day speaking the positive with the knowledge that in time we will become that positivity, because we become what we think. So if we constantly are surrounding ourselves with, negative thoughts, then that's our life. We're a negative person, right? How many people do you know that no matter what, you just feel like they'll never be a happy, satisfied person. They're just never going to be happy. They complain all the time. If they were to change those negative thoughts into positive thoughts, they could be a happy person. They just haven't learned how to do that. And all of us can improve in this area. Even those of you who are the most happy, positive, joy-filled people, we can improve in this area. There's some area in our life where there's a negativity. And by speaking that positivity on a consistent basis, day by day, we can change that. I guarantee it works, guys. It works. I don't share this stuff just because it sounds good. I share it because it's worked in my life. It's powerful stuff. So that's the affirmations. Now, the visualizations is another one of those things that people kind of like, I don't know. It seems kind of Oprah, Oprah-ish. Don't knock Oprah. She's gotten far in life, hasn't she, with this stuff. But the visualization, so you've heard of maybe a dream board or a vision board. That's basically what it is. It's taking time each day to look at something. So instead of just speaking it, hearing it, thinking it, you're seeing it. And so you have to create something to look at. And so one thing you can do is create a vision board. So this actually, I think it's one of the more, it's definitely one of the more creative of the practices. It's fun, I think. I don't have a vision board. I have a vision app. And so, you can you can go on your Google store or whatever and look up apps and try one of them, download it to your phone and see what you think. Mine is by The Secret, I think. You find pictures on the internet of things you want your life to be. Maybe you want to have a healthier marriage. So you can put a picture of you and your spouse in the app. Maybe, maybe you've always wanted to travel the US in an RV. So you go on the internet and you tag a picture of an RV that you like and you put it in the app. Maybe you really want to go back to college. So, you go on the internet and you find a logo of the college you want to go to and you put it on your app. So you build up this app with all of these images. And then each morning, or when you're waiting for the bus, or when you're on your lunch break, or when you're waiting for your doctor in the clinic, whatever it is, when you have some spare time, you go on your phone and you look at these pictures. Simple as that. That's all it is. And that might seem kind of like a waste of time, but here's what it does. It's the same thing as the affirmation. It's that consistency of revisiting those things on a consistent basis, on a daily basis. You are revisiting your goals and your dreams. That's all it is. Because how many times, guys, stick with me, how many times, go back in your lifetime, how many times have you had a really good idea that made you feel so stoked and so excited and so thrilled? Oh, this is a brilliant idea. And then you hesitated for a little bit of time, and then a little bit of time went on, and you pretty much forgot about that brilliant idea that made you feel so excited and alive inside. And then a few years went by and maybe somebody else is now doing that idea, and you think to yourself, oh yeah, I thought of that. I was really excited about that. That was a really good idea. How many times has that happened to you? And so all these affirmations and visualizations, what they do is, because you're revisiting them on a daily basis, you're not allowing yourself to forget that thrill, that excitement, that passion you have about this particular thing, about this particular goal, this particular dream, this particular vision that you have for your life. That's all it is. It's by revisiting that. And then here, and I'm going to wrap this up in just a moment, here is my favorite thing about the visualizations. Like I said, I have an app where I scroll through and I just have all these images lined up, or you can scroll through from one to one. You can have it with music in the background and kind of meditate on these pictures. You can set it for a certain amount of time on each picture. I can go through my visualizations now, and when I first made my dream board, or whatever you want to call it, within the app, they were all goals and dreams. Everything was in the future. Now when I go through there, I've accomplished a lot of the stuff that's in there. And so, it's like, check. Oh, I get to that one. Oh, I already did that one. Oh, check. Oh, I accomplished that. Oh, good job. Check. Not that I can check it. There's no box to check. But what this does, though, and this is the best thing, is as you're going through and you're looking at your visualizations and you see that you already accomplished some of these goals, is it reminds you that everything on that app, all of those images are accomplishable. Even the big ones. They are all accomplishable. It just comes down to revisiting your goals every day and establishing the steps that it's going to take to achieve those goals. And then for me, I have 3 goals every day, 3 tasks every day that I do, 3 pieces of homework that I write down every morning during my miracle morning. And then I try to accomplish those every day. And then I revisit that at the end of the night, and I can go check, 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 or the next morning, check, check, check. I accomplish those goals, and those tasks are what are what are driving me towards accomplishing my bigger dreams. So in other words, you have your big goals, and then you have these tasks or objectives that lead you to those big goals. And so with the miracle morning, you can't just sit down every morning and picture a beautiful future. Obviously, you have to take those steps towards that goal. And that's part of my miracle morning, is taking those steps. But it starts with a thought, a passion, a thought, consistency, so key. So I am gonna finish my juice and go to work. I hope you all have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.